I'm going to show you really quick how to put your composition notebooks together so that when I am back, hopefully Tuesday, we can get started on notes and stuff. So anyways, so you can again decorate your notebooks however you want, don't care. So make sure that they are, you know, specifically for this class. Don't make it for any other class because we're going to be putting in lots of different things into your notebook. Now I'm just using this one as a as an example. This is my Principles of Health Science one. They're all going to be set up the exact same except for pathophysiology, and that's at the very, very end. So everybody else is being set up exactly the same. Okay. So again, do whatever you want to the front, and you can do whatever you want to the inside cover as well. So on your very first page, you need to write whatever class you are in on that first page, and then you need to write your name, the class period that you were in, and then we'll talk about class numbers later. Okay, so class number is going to be based on the rest of the students that are in the class. Until schedules kind of get settled down, we're not going to go over class number yet because it's just going to change anyways. So again, that first page needs to have the class name, your name, the class period, and then we'll talk about class number later. So you can decorate, you can make it all cute, pretty, perfect, whatever you want on the first page. Just make sure it has that information on it. So today, if you want to make it really pretty and decorate it and put doodles all over it, I don't care, but just do that when you get home. Okay, so just make sure that the basic information is on that first page, or make yourself a note that that information needs to be on there, and then you can do all that stuff later. Okay, so what's going to happen after that? So once you have this finished, then you are going to turn the page. We are going to leave the back of that page completely blank because depending on what you were using to write with, it may have bled through. So we're just going to leave that one blank for right now. Okay. So on the next page, we are going to label this table of contents. So I divided the page into page number and description. So I used the red line on my piece of paper as the up and down line, and then the very first blue line at the top is my horizontal line. Okay, so I'll put page number and description, and we'll talk about this later. So table of contents, you're going to have 5 tables of contents. So this is the first page, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So 5 total pages. Okay, so your 5th one should end up on this side. Okay. So the next page is going to be your interactive notebook guidelines sheet. So you will be given a sheet that looks just like this. You're going to cut out on the black edge, okay? And then you are going to glue it in your notebook, okay? So let's talk about some gluing rules real quick, okay? Do not go heavy on the glue, okay? One, there's no reason to. It's not going to necessarily make it stick in there any better, okay? You're just going to make everything wet. Okay, just like her drool on my arm is making me wet. Okay, so we are only doing a 4-dot method of gluing stuff in. Number 1, you are not responsible for buying the glue. I am. So please do not overuse it. And 2, again, you're just going to make yourself a mess. Okay. So put a dot of glue on the edges. Don't put it on the very edge because when you squish it down, it's going to squish out everywhere. So kind of come in from the side a little bit, put your dot of glue in the 4 corners, and then glue your sheet down, okay? I don't want to walk in and ever see anybody gluing something down and putting zigzags and X's and O's and drawn pictures. I don't need to do that, okay? So just the 4 dots, slap it in, okay? And we are going to label that as page number 1, okay? So that'll be our first page. Second page is going to be your syllabus, okay? So for whatever class you're in, you're going to get that syllabus, okay? So here's my example. So you're going to flip it over to the back, and right where you signed, or right where the box for you to sign, you're going to fold your page right there, okay? Doing that is going to give you a blank space at the bottom, okay? That's where we're putting our glue, and that's how we're going to glue it into our notebook, okay? So you put your 4 dots of glue right there, and that glues it in there, so you can open it up, you can see the inside, you can see the back side, but it's still glued down, okay? So that is page number 2, okay? So we're gonna go back to our table of contents page, the very first one. And under page number, you're gonna put page 1, amazing. And you're gonna put IMB guidelines or interactive notebook guidelines, okay, because that's what's on page 1. Page 2 is your syllabus, and you put syllabus, and you're good to go, okay? If you wanna number your pages later, go ahead and do so. You're gonna number all of them, so just do that at some other point, okay? So again, MedTerm looks exactly the same, otherwise, I mean, the only difference is it says medical terminology in the front, okay? Same number of table of contents, guidelines, syllabus on page 1 and 2, put it in your table of contents and you're good to go too, okay? Pathophysiology, y'all are the only ones that are different. Okay, so here's my pathophysiology one. Again, it says pathophysiology on the inside. Same stuff, same table of contents, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you get to your interactive notebook guideline page glued in, great. You have your syllabus glued in, perfect. Okay, you're gonna flip to the next page after your syllabus. You are going to be gluing in a sheet that says that it is the must-know lab values, okay? It's not lab values that you have to know or that you're ever going to memorize in this class, okay? These are ones that I had in nursing school. They're super helpful when we're talking about various disease processes. When we say that like their hemoglobin levels are elevated, well, what's normal to begin with? How do we know that it's elevated, okay? So this is just sort of a resource page for you guys. Okay, so you're gonna be gluing it in right after your syllabus. So this will be on page 3. So the only thing that's different between you and the rest of the guys is that on your table of contents page, it'll say 1 is your interactive notebook guidelines, page 2 is your syllabus, and page 3 is your lab value sheet, okay? That's the only difference. Other than that, that's how you set it all up. I'm gonna upload this video to Google Classroom as well. So if you didn't have your composition notebook with you today, or you just didn't have time to get something done, it'll be there, okay? Again, get these as fast as possible because I'm gonna start with notes pretty soon. We're gonna glue those in, or any other bits of papers and stuff like that, and we'll start gluing those in as well. So just get that all together. Trying to think if there's anything else. Not think of anything. But yeah, that should be it, okay? Hopefully that's simple. These example books will be in the room for you, and also the example sheet of how the syllabus is folded. Just in case you were kind of confused on that, that'll be in the classroom as well, so that you can see that. And all your other papers are back at the table by my desk, okay? So hopefully you can get all that finished, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Okay, bye.